If you want peace, you need to stop overthinking everything. In our modern day, we're ruled by overthinking. This brings about tons of anxiety and unnecessary pain. When you clear your mind of unhelpful thoughts, you're able to actually put in what you want to think. And the easiest way is to clear your mind. So when we look at different brain states, typically your brain is operating in high beta. Now it goes high beta, alpha, theta, and then delta. Delta is when you're asleep, theta is when you're falling asleep, alpha is very calm, relaxed state, and beta is very stressed, incredibly stressed. Most of us are in this brain state, this high beta state. And what happens is typically you're overstressed by everything. The smallest things can cause a big uproar in your nervous system. And so the way you calm that is by getting coherence within your mind. You need to slow the wave functions of your brain into a lower state. And the way you do that is by not thinking. Make your mind blank. And I know that might be easier said than done, because there really isn't stopping the stream of thoughts. But what you can do is not let the thoughts have an emotional charge. When a thought comes, don't let it get an emotional reaction out of you from your nervous system. And what you're doing is you're training your nervous system to be able to basically achieve a coherent brain. When you have a coherent brain, you're able to really go about and do whatever you want to do with your life. And this is so important because overthinking plagues society, especially in our modern day when we're stuck to our phones, we're stuck to social media, these things, our jobs suck, all these things plague our mind and give us negativity. And a perfect way to counteract that is to clear your mind. Give yourself peace. Bring yourself into a coherent state of mind. Over time, you will get better, but at the end of the day, you probably will still have thoughts. And so you need to be able to not let these thoughts have emotional charge over you, because you can't believe every single thought your brain tells you, because 70% of your brain's thoughts are most likely negative, and maybe 30% are positive. And why would you want to listen to the 70% negative? You want to bring about more positive. You want to bring about more happiness and joy and peace. You're not going to do that by ruminating on the negative thoughts. We all have negative thoughts. Now, what you want to do is not let yourself be negatively emotionally charged by these negative thoughts. Let's say you want to give yourself empowering thoughts. So let's say you're upset about your job. So you say, okay, maybe I work here for some time. I'm going to look for a better job. I'm going to look for something that makes more money. I'm going to do this. Start putting more empowering thoughts into your mind, because you're either going to be destroyed by your own negativity or you're going to be empowered by a sense of your own positivity. The greatest relationship we have is not with others. The greatest relationship we have is with ourselves. And this affects every part of our lives. If you have a really negative relationship with yourself, you're most likely going to have a negative relationship with life. And you don't want that. And so we need to stop ruminating on our negative thoughts. Do not let these negative thoughts bring you down and have strong emotional control over you. You want to give more power to your empowering, positive thoughts. Continue to do that. You're essentially training your mind to be in a state that you would most likely prefer. Unless you enjoy suffering, but I don't think anyone enjoys that. These are things that have personally worked for me. Personally, not thinking and not letting negative thoughts stop me in my actions and my goals is the only way forward, because oftentimes you're the one crippling yourself, wondering why life is crippling you. You have all the power. You have all the power to change your life. You have all the power to create the life that you want. And you never know how much your actions can inspire and affect others. Even something like with this channel, I don't know who's going to watch. I don't know who could even find this message useful, but If there's people out there that do and it helps them, then that's sufficient. Then this was worth it. So if we do this, if we continue to bring about more positive empowerment in our lives, bringing about more happiness, and not letting the negative ruminating thoughts paralyze us, we're able to achieve anything. There's a quote I saw that says, "The only thing that can deliver you from fear is boldness. Act in boldness." You have to be bold, even within your own mind. Be bold within your own mind. Your mind tells you, oh, you're not good enough, you're not this. You go in your mind and you empower your mind with strong beliefs that you are good enough, that you are worthy, that you are capable of whatever it is you want to achieve. And this all starts with becoming a person that has a coherent and peaceful mind, because if your mind is all out of sync, it's really hard to not let these negative thoughts have control over you. So by slowing down our thinking, even if we can't get to a point where we're not completely stopping our thoughts, we can get to a point where our negative thoughts don't have control over us as they did, and our positive thoughts have so much more power in pushing us forward and where we want to go in our lives.